The first position you're going to use with your Bubba Mo sling is from primary right through to 3 months, which is called the heart position. The reason why there's only one position for such an early age is that we want maximum head support, back support and legs elevated. This way they don't get compression of the spine, and also non-thrombosis or pins and needles is more commonly known if when their legs are left dangling. So we're going to have them completely within the sling. Also too, you can shelter them a lot more with UV protection of the sling, and also they're not having any limbs such as their arms and legs jutting out, which you can bump and cause injuries. I'm going to show you how to use that. The sling is like this with the buckle. This is at its tightest position. It's easier to tighten a sling than it is to loosen, so we're going to loosen it up. But that's only by lifting the buckle up, taking the hold off the strap. I suggest maybe only halfway, not too much, because when you've got the sling on, you're going to have to try and grab it from the back. So just need a little bit of pull tie there. Right arm through over to your left shoulder if you're right-handed, and vice versa if you're left-handed. Ultimately, babies love to be right near the heart. The logo should be sitting at the front of the shoulder bone, facing outward to start with. But basically with a sling, you can put the position how you feel. But just to get the positioning right to start off with, let's just have the logo here. The depth of the sling itself is too deep for a newborn, but it needs to cater for up to 3 years. So that's how deep it is, and that's far too deep for a newborn. Now, to make that smaller for a newborn right through to 3 months, we're going to make that pouch smaller, and all you need to do is bring this inner wall up, higher up in your chest. The smaller the baby is, the higher you're going to bring this up. For a newborn, I suggest the bottom train tracks, as we call them, sits in front of the breast or nipple area. This ultimately makes the pouch a lot smaller. This is 10-week-old Lila. Right, so we're still holding the sling up at this stage, and we're going to bring her head in so that she's got maximum support. The younger the baby, the more inside the sling that they need to be. But now that she's 10 weeks, she likes to have a bit of a look around. So we're going to have the padding around the back of the head down to the side of the face. I'm still holding her, so we need to bring her close up to the body. So that's by grabbing the strap at the back and pulling it forward like a Tai Chi movement. Okay. Now you can have the baby as high or as low as they want to. Lila likes to be up a little bit higher. Just making sure that their little arms are crossed in the front, like this, and that their legs are peering down this way. Now the one common thing where babies get uncomfortable is that she was wearing a little two-piece suit. When I slide her in, her clothing's going to ride up the back. So when you've got her settled, feed your hand through and just make sure that her clothing, which is actually rid right up, is nice and flat. That's the one thing that babies don't like it, and you'll think that they don't like the sling, but actually in fact they just need the clothing to be nice and smooth. Also too, if they're wearing an all-in-one suit, the same thing's going to happen. The suit's going to crawl up, right up, which means they're going to crunch their toes. So once you've got them settled, feel in for the toe and pull out the all-in-one suit, which we're just pretending there because you weren't wearing an all-in-one suit. Now, she would like to lay like this. Now that she's looking around, she's got a little bit of head movement, but she's still got complete head support. If she was to go to sleep, I will then push her onto my body and then jiggle her in like this so that she's completely within cradle mode, and then have her. If you're breastfeeding, and time you're out and about and you want to breastfeed, at this stage, because her head's above the breast, lean forward, push this underneath, so it goes underneath the breasts, lift and tilt. Now she's going to think I'm strange because I'm not breastfeeding. No, I'm not breastfeeding you, no, you've just been breastfed. And you can lift and tilt. You can also do the cradle hold, which gives you a little bit of freedom at the front, and they've gone to sleep. And it's just a matter of, no, you don't like that. And you can just move and tilt the baby to where they want to be. Also too, just bear in mind I've got the sling very high across the back, which can cause back strain. So when you've got the baby in, you've got it all comfortable, seated nicely, hold it close to you and pull the lower part underneath your shoulder blade. Immediately transfers the weight distribution to a more even keel, and you can walk around for hours.